Hello and welcome to Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast starring me, Tan or Cole.
Torkoal.
AKA Tanner Greenring, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Slugma.
Slugma.
Yeah.
Those are nice. Those are pretty good.
AKA Joshua Fielstead. Those, the dang hillside that we are on, Mount Chimney, lousy with them.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere I step, I'm stepping on like a little Torkoal shell. It's like a little rock slide. How big you think those things are? Time to look it up.
I feel like it's going to be one of those ones that's confusing because they never say the dimensions, you know? And you just kind of have to assume its height.
It's either going to be huge or turtle size.
I think it's probably like 3 feet. I would love for the shell size to be included, but I assume it's going to be like 3 feet height. What do you think? Or are you already spoiled?
I've already seen, and I think I'm delighted by this. 1 foot 8 inches.
Are you kidding me?
It's like shin height. It's like a tortoise.
That's like hardly taller than a Pikachu.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Aren't Pikachus just like
he's
a
just
foot?
a fiery little guy.
Yeah, 4 inches.
Yeah, he's 8 inches. He's dominating a Pikachu. Plus that big smokestack out the top. You know, I almost nominated Torkoal to be my barf this week.
I never understand that.
I'm looking at the art on Bulbapedia, and what a grave mistake that would have been.
It would have been.
The sprite in this game doesn't do him justice.
But I've never thought that Torkoal looks bad.
Yeah.
But I know you've sort of danced around making it a barf, whereas I think it's a sweetie, and I think I've actually said that.
I think he's not barf. 50% male, 50% female gender ratio.
Okay. And that's interesting to you?
No, we should just stop saying he. Stop being so fucking
yeah. You want to go
toxic masculinity.
Go back and edit
Josh.
All the times one of us said he in reference to a Pokemon? Because that's going to be the whole, just redact the whole, every season.
This is a Pokemon podcast. We play through every single Pokemon game, gym by gym, week by week. We are currently in season 6C.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, A, B, C, D.
No, D. According to you, this is C. D would be the like Pokemon Go new episode at the end of it, and then maybe if we do an interstitial of something else that we haven't talked about.
This is Josh's fault, bug catchers. Never forget that.
I mean, how else would you have it done? Pitch me on another idea.
Never forget that.
Maybe it's our fault for playing so many damn games.
We are playing Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby right now. It's a dang blast.
It is.
We defeated Watson.
Yeah, that's it. Watson last week.
And now we are en route to Flannery, way up in the mountains.
Oh.
But Tanner and Josh, you say, you're going to summit Mount Chimney all the way to Lava Ridge Town this week for this leg of the journey?
Yeah.
Look at the size of that mountain. It's massive. And surely there's going to be obstacles and story beats and long cutscenes along the way.
Oh.
And Pokemon to grind and grind and grind and get the levels up so that they don't die when you face off against Archie or whatever your guy's called. That's what we hear you saying, bug catchers. And we say, yeah, I know. It sucked.
Yeah.
It was a very long leg this
As
week.
you could tell, I've repressed part of it.
I think we're both a little punchy about it, too. I hammered this in. Hammered it in. Also, like, we delayed like twice.
Yeah.
And it's still like down to the wire earlier today.
It's too much. You just don't need all of this in one leg between gyms.
Figure it out, Pokemon.
It's not thoughtful for people who record a podcast where they cover their journey in Pokemon gym by gym every week.
It's not thoughtful for people who appreciate good pacing in their stories and in their video games.
I agree. Couldn't have said it better myself.
We got a lot of route to get through, Joshua.
Yeah.
Mauville Gym, we head out. We head out and we head up Route 117 to Verdanturf. What? We didn't go back to Verdanturf?
Yeah, I didn't do it in this order. This is what Bulbapedia said.
Oh.
I went to
Maybe we were supposed to.
I just can't even tell you when I went to Verdanturf. The amount of effort that it would take to figure it out is like overwhelming.
We went to Verdanturf, yes.
We did go to it. I just like don't know when I went to it. Bulbapedia says that upon leaving Mauville, what you end up doing is going on Route 117, and then you go to Verdanturf, and like that's just not what
catchers.
I did.
You can hear it. You can hear it in our voice, and you can feel it in the mania that this was such a long leg.
There was too much.
It really was such a long leg. Like, I played all this stuff like a week ago.
Oh, more than a week, practically.
Yeah. In Pokemon time, that's forever. So I can't remember. I don't remember much of the Verdanturf part, but it all seems ancillary to the main quest, which is heading up Route 111, which blows past a ton of notes, but who cares?
Yeah, well, I mean, the only comment I had about Verdanturf was like, I did that after Fallarbor Town, which is where there's another contest hall.
Yeah.
So I guess I could just say that, I'm in the Hyper League. I'm Hyper Rank.
What?
Yeah, I crushed Super. And I'm in Hyper now.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Next up is Master for me. Master in coolness. How about that?
I have to focus back up. I had to train some new Pokemon this week. I lost, and I was telling you before we started the show, I lost a dear friend today.
Yeah, that's
someone I really grown to love.
That's why, this we got a lot of confusing energy. Can't remember what we've done. It's been weeks for this leg. One of us lost a dear friend.
Bear with us. Please.
There was a lot of...
Have mercy.
There's a lot of weird energy that goes on, which I guess you haven't seen in the green room at the contest halls with, what's her name? Lycia? What did we say her name is? Lycia?
Lycia.
Yeah, Lycia.
Yeah.
Did you at least get introduced to Chaz, her a self-described rival of hers?
Yeah, yes.
Even though she is very resistant.
I've been keeping up on the contests, but I'm not hyper yet. I'm super in cute. Super cute.
Okay. And I'm hyper cool.
Yeah. Although I lost my cutie.
Oh my God. No wonder you got nothing left for the contests.
I know. I'm gonna have to find something.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to dig deep.
If I lost my Swellow, I think I would bow out of the contests, because this Swellow, I'm riding straight to the fucking sun. On the wings of this beautiful, cool-ass bird.
Well, wait until it accidentally touches something that is sharp and kills itself.
Oh.
Because that's what happened to my cutie.
Oh my God.
My contest cutie.
Well, I don't want that to happen. You want that to happen to me and my Swellow? Madonna?
No.
You want that to happen to Madonna?
No. It's called negative visualization, Josh, and the Stoics did it. George Washington did it, Josh.
I've just got to calm back down. I didn't like thinking about it. My only comment is that the subplot with Chaz and Lycia gets very strange, and you meet his signature Pokemon is a Machoke.
Yuck.
And who knows, if it has anything to do with those Machokes that our mom or my homestay mom is banging.
Maybe that's just a Hoenn thing. Hoenn's like ancient Greece, where it's like, yeah, it's acceptable.
Whatever.
You can just have sex with a Machoke. It's fine. We all do it. We all turn the other way.
Machery is his, and it carries around a box, because Chaz says that he found this Machoke when it was a Machop, and it was abandoned in a box.
Yeah.
And so now the Machoke carries around the box for the rest of its life, I guess because it's traumatized. So
yes.
So that's all happening in the back, the green rooms of the contest hall. And he's very upset that Lycia won't say that he's her rival, and very strange stuff goes on back there.
I can't wait to see how that storyline resolves.
Yeah, this is all new content, because I've never done any contest in any game this far. So I have just no idea what's happening here.
Look at this rich experience we've been missing out on.
Yeah.
It's got its own plot line. It's got its own characters, So much fun. It's okay.
I'm kind of phoning it in. I basically have the same moves that I can just run in a specific order that I know wins every time. And it's been working so far.
Or I did. I got to find that sweet spot again.
Sorry to rub it in. So,
do you think I should how about this, Josh? Contest friends. You develop a Pokemon specifically to be used in the contest and like train TMs to it that give it boosts in like whatever category you're going after.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, contest friend. Okay. Well, let's be honest. I'm going to have a contest friend. I don't think I'm going to run a Swellow all the way to the Elite Four. That feels extreme.
It's doing its fucking job.
I will say
it's pulling its weight.
It's definitely MVP. Like, it also got me out of like probably what would have been a slaughter at the gym. My types are all off. Like, I don't know what and given I don't want to I want to give you space to grieve.
Yeah, no.
For your fine. Pokemon. I didn't lose any this week, but that's just because I basically was like, any way that I can get through
I'm
this.
Feeling wistful, just like seeing your passion is like, making me feel like he's still here.
I know. And my contest friend is also my closest friend on this team. Madonna and Papa Cultura really have a special bond.
Swellow's the final evolution of that?
Yeah, that's it. But I'm sure it's about to peak, but at the moment its attack is like 90 or something. It's like leagues above everybody else. And it's so fast and it's so handsome.
Yeah, it is real handsome. It's a shame that's the final evolution.
I feel like you could do more with that thing. But I digress.
All right, Joshua.
We got a lot of routes to cover.
Let's focus.
Okay. Route
North
111. Is that where we're at?
To Route 111, yes. Beautiful part of the country, the foothills. This reminds me of home. Reminds me of growing up in Fort Collins, Colorado. The foothills. That's what you call it.
Yeah, big foothill energy. You're right.
There's a little villa here with some freaks.
Yeah.
It's a little like, I don't know. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre energy. Did we say that last time? This is the problem with playing another game, the game twice.
Yeah. What comparisons and jokes have we already used?
Yeah. So let's not talk about the plot. Let's talk about how the Windstrait family makes you battle 4 of them in a row.
Yeah.
No breaks.
3 generations.
Yeah. So you just got to plow through them. And in a Nuzlocke run, pretty scary. Pretty harrowing experience, especially when you're carrying an egg and you have your HM friend on your team.
You had all of that with you going into the Windstrait house?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was out adventuring and I had to see what was in this dang egg. Someone gave me an egg at some point. Did you get this egg?
Yeah, I haven't used it though. I think it's a Togepi or maybe a Wynot.
No.
Wait, what was it?
Someone gave me an egg.
Yeah, you get one from Verdanturf, I think.
Someone gave me an egg, and I kept it in my party, not knowing what it was.
Okay, well, is it any good? Did you hatch it?
I hatched it, Josh. I hatched it, and sorry, I was trying to figure out where I found it, but I can't figure it out.
We're not gonna know. You get an egg at some point. I boxed it. I didn't give a damn.
Someone gave me an egg, and I was like, great, I think this is that Togepi. I have the full Togepi line available to me.
I believe I do, too.
Jamie thinks they're all cuties. And I was like, great, I'm gonna hatch this Togepi, and I'm gonna have a Togepi, and I'm gonna bring it all the way up to a Togekiss and run it all the way to the end of this game.
Just like I did in the first half of the season.
And I adventured. I quested and I adventured and I climbed the mountain and I faced off against the Windstrait family and eventually the egg hatched and it was my You Make Me Barf Pokemon of the week.
Oh my God.
Because imagine my surprise, Joshua, when I'm expecting a cute little like arms and legs to pop out of the shell and it gets stuck in its shell and it is its shell maybe and you're like, oh, Togepi, and instead like a barfy like stomach like sort of glops out of the egg and it's swallowed. Or I mean it started as a Gulpin. This is why I was like dead set on figuring out who gave me this egg. Because, like, I want to, like, hunt them down, you know?
Send them over to the Windstrait family and let them take care of it.
Were you pranking me?
That's actually unbelievable. I don't remember ever getting... Maybe this is an egg that I never hatched when I first played this. Who the hell is giving away a Gulpin?
I wish I could figure it out.
That does look like an egg yolk, which is sort of funny.
Or maybe it's like a random egg. I don't know.
You can't get random eggs unless you like threw a couple of Gulpins or a Gulpin and something else into the daycare center, which is on the sleigh.
No, I mean like maybe someone gives you an egg that is like randomized somehow. That's not possible,
that seems
right?
pretty surprising. I feel like they're always scripted.
I wish I could fucking tell you where this Gulpin came from.
Who gives you the Gulpin egg?
Alpha Sapphire Gulpin egg.
Gulpin is actually known as the stomach Pokemon. Like steers into it. Nothing its stomach can't digest.
Ugh, it is a stomach.
While it is digesting, vile, overpowering gases are expelled.
Yeah, Josh, it sucks.
Jesus. I mean, I'm not defending it. I never liked it. Who is unloading Gulpin eggs? That sounds like it's like eco-terrorism.
God, I really wish I could figure it out. I don't
see it either. How did this happen to you?
Maybe I have like one of those fucking like Ben is drowned like haunted cartridges, like cursed emulator ROM.
I mean, yeah, I don't see anything about this. I'm gonna have to. I know that I got an egg, and I'm pretty sure it was from some old woman in one of these fucking hot spring towns. Now I'm gonna have to hatch it.
I got that egg
Wait,
too.
You got
I got
two
that egg
eggs.
too. Yes.
Okay.
Where could I have gotten this first egg?
Now the other one, I'm fairly certain, is the Togepi. But you got this deranged egg.
Where could I have possibly gotten a Gulpin egg?
I don't see any results for this.
I think I have a cursed cartridge.
How could this have happened to you?
Dark energies have like manifested this Gulpin onto my copy of Alpha Sapphire.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm running it.
You're running it because Jamie loves Gulpin and Swalot.
Yeah, welcome to the team, Polar Seltzer.
Good.
Swalot.
Yeah, and you love Polar. That's one of the top tier seltzer brands for sure.
Oh yeah. I think it's
as someone who has appeared on the podcast Seltzer Deathmatch.
For me, it's Topo Chico 1. If you got that Topo Chico Lime, I'm not going to say no.
I think Topo Chico is probably number one, yeah.
Then I think it's Polar Seltzer.
Polar.
And then if you want a real juicy seltzer, that water, I think it's Waterford or Waterbury or something. It's got like old-timey branding.
I don't know if I know that one.
Ooh.
I was going to say Vintage is quite high up there for me.
Oh, we don't get that out here. Must be a city thing.
Surely you know Vintage. It's the Waterbury or whatever you said of New York. You got Waterbury up there. We got Vintage, the hard stuff.
Yes, I'm running it.
Wow.
And it's already evolved into a Swalot, and it's even worse. Even bigger, even nastier. It has like pus, like popped blackheads coming out of the side of its mouth. Oh, I hate it. It makes me sick to look at. And it's on my team. Welcome to the team, Polar Seltzer.
All right. As long as you can sleep at night.
It's tough, honestly, sometimes. How'd you do against the win straits?
I didn't really. It was dicey.
I mean, we got him on levels.
It was dicey at times.
Absolutely got him on levels, but no healing kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do think I was above all of them in levels at that point. They're all like 20. I mean, the grandma's got a 22, but the other two generations, the parents and then the daughter, have like teen something, like 16 level Pokemon. So nothing. Yeah, not really. It only was tough because they were all in a row.
There's also a news crew out here on Route 111.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing out here in the foothills, but they challenge you to a battle and they ask if they can film it. And you're like, sure.
I said, fine.
Right. I said, sure.
If that's how you get off.
And then I creamed them, obviously.
Yeah.
And they asked for a quote. And I said, GG easy. And then later when I was watching TV, they had quoted me saying that. GG easy.
I tried to say hell yeah, and they censored me.
Goddamn nanny state.
Gabby and Ty are canceled. Censoring me.
That's their names, Gabby and Ty?
Yeah, I'm seeing that on here.
I didn't realize you guys were such close friends.
Well, I had to, go on Truth Social and start truthing about how they censored me. So I needed their names.
Oh, right.
Papa Cultura is a big fan of Truth Social.
Yeah, well, that's where most of his fans are.
Yeah.
So now we're ascending the mountain itself once we get to Route 112.
Yeah.
The base of Mount Chimney. And honestly, Joshua, from here on up, all you got is Numels and Machops.
And I have a comment about both of them, actually.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
What order do you want the comments in?
I want Numel first, and then I want Machop.
Okay.
But I want to know the mood of both comments. It's important.
I think the mood is kind of jaunty for both of them, but I think Machop is maybe more negative.
Okay, Numel then Machop.
I feel like Numel is a new pronunciation for you. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Numel?
I always said Nummel.
Nummel?
Nummel. It's like a dumb camel. And all of its abilities are like oblivious and simple. So it feels like it's numb to the world. Nummel. I don't know.
Oh. Well,
you say it however you want.
I'm going to say Numel. I'm going to say Numel because I know it's going to drive the bug catchers wild.
They're not going to love it. But you know who did love it? Me and Papa Cultura, because Nummel is Joshy's sweetie, and then Nummel was also a celebrity that Papa Cultura encountered on his journey and brought into his team.
Oh, interesting. Is Bobby going to let you have Camerupt?
Camerupt is on my list as well.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, and part of why I'm doing this is, first of all, I'll let Bobby talk about why he likes Nummel.
I like Nummel because, he looks very tired and he's very sweet. I think he's objectively sweet. If you don't think that Nummel is sweet, I think you're just very wrong, and I don't want to hear anything you have to say ever again. He looks very floppy and lovely and like you just want to give him a big hug. But the main thing that I'm drawn to when it comes to Nummel are his sleepy eyes. I feel like I have very sleepy, sad eyes that are they angle down towards my nose. Both of my eyes, they angle in and down, and I always look sad and sleepy. And so I relate to that. I see myself in him, and I find that inspiring.
I didn't actually hear it.
And I agree. And I also wanted to put Nummel in officially the sweetie column because I believe you've historically said that it's a barf, or at least Camerupt. But I like both of them, and Bobby likes both of them, and both of them are available for me to use, and there's a Mega Ev of Camerupt, which is interesting. So I'm going to be running this thing partially out of spite for you, and then in honor of my husband's choice that Nummel is a sweetie.
Fine. It must be like a New York thing.
What's not to like?
You know?
Give me one thing that's bad about Nummel. Look at it. It's sweet.
It's ugly. It's got a big hole in its back.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of the random balls and holes on Pokemon.
No, and then when it turns into Camerupt, the holes turn into like giant oozing like sores.
But it's also like this meandering sort of like dum-dum. It's all smooth. It looks sleepy all the time.
Not for me, Joshua. Not for me.
Okay, all right. Your pass on that.
So I just had to slog through this section, just chopping up these Numels and Machops.
Now on the Machop front.
Oh, yes. Now hit me with your best Machop.
Hit me with your best Machop. Something like that.
Yeah.
I want to do a Pokéchecks yourself for Machop.
Okay, hit me.
Because I caught one. Machop and the line is all in the green for me.
What? Wow. Bobby is blowing me away this week.
Yeah, a quote that I wrote down when he was going through the list is that he saw Machop and he was like, I love him. And then he saw Machoke and Machamp and he said, I love all of him, I think. Speaking of gendering them. He's like, I love all of him, I think.
You know what?
So the whole line is green for me.
I'm surprised in both of our lovers this week.
Yeah, you're running a fucking Swalot, man.
Because the Swalot is just like...
That's indefensible.
It's devastating.
Machop is sweet. I like the line. Machop's the only one you can make an argument, I think, that it's kind of a cutie, but...
And even Machoke is just like... It's like a dinosaur man. But he's pretty gross. He's got the ripped up arms.
Yeah.
But then...
Machamp's got the weird beak and the extra arms, and
Oof.
They all have strange, like, kind of sexual implications in the Pokemon world, apparently. But that's not what this is about, and Pokéchecks yourself. The Machop Pokédex entry is quite interesting in Omega Ruby. It says, Machop's muscles are special. They never get sore no matter how much they are used in exercise. This Pokemon has sufficient power to hurl 100 adult humans. Hurl 100 adult humans.
I think that means at once.
That's what I want to know. Either way,
We're back to back.
Either way, it's troubling. But yeah, is it like if a Machop had been set up and it's kind of like, you know, when you practice like tennis and they've got the ball machine?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a lineup of humans in a line and it's just like picking them up one by one and hurling them? Or is it somehow
you know what?
lifting them all at the same time?
So many of these Pokedex entries, it's about like the like sort of strained relationship between Pokemon and humans. And this is yet another one.
That's true. Because they only could have found this out by a Machop hurling 100 adult humans. Or, you know, at least 50, and then they can kind of extrapolate from there. Like, all right, this thing could keep going for at least another 50.
Yeah, well, his muscles never get tired. He could go forever.
His or her.
Oh, yes, sorry. Whew.
But yeah, I do think it's hurling 100 humans one after another, which is just insane. And we don't have to go there, you know. 10 would have been fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be 100.
It's called the Cannonball Special. And that's when Colossus picks up Wolverine and throws him. Welcome to the fiery path, Joshua.
Ooh. Tell me more.
It's the inside of the mountain.
And it's kind of nothing.
Nothing for now.
There is
some
area.
Like big boulders blocking the path, but we can't use strength yet, the game says.
No.
Oh, you train strength, you're Linoon. You can't use it yet because we have to get Flannery's badge first.
I can't use Linoon at all because that was not approved, nor Zigzagoon, interestingly.
Oh, really?
Nope. Although that Pokemon Go event that just happened the other week with the Zigzagoon hordes.
Yeah.
Bobby was into the, what is that, Galarian one?
The Galarian one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Obstagoon. All of them, he liked those.
Yeah.
And I did too. I think it was an improvement.
Oh, yeah, I think he looks great. I got a shiny one.
I did too, yeah. Didn't you get like
and
12?
I trained it up to Obstagon or whatever. Yeah, I got 12. Turned them all into candy. The game was like, are you sure? This is a shiny. And you're like, yeah. So are the other 8.
Yeah.
I think they look great. And I trained one up and I use it in the gyms just to be a little showy.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like pink and
Just to be a little flashy.
pink and green for those bug catchers who haven't seen it.
This is your chance to get a Torkoal if you're prone to that. Torkoal is not on my list. In fact, I don't think there was a single Pokemon on this mountain that I was able to catch.
Jesus.
The whole way up. Even when I got to Spinda, I was a little desperate.
Oh, yeah. Spinda was funny. That was another one where when Bobby was going through the list, he said, you'd think I'd like Spinda, but that's just pandering. And then he specifically gave Spinda a no.
Yeah, Jamie
easy,
had
too obvious.
Jamie had no justification, just no Spinda.
No. I mean, I don't like it. It is too obvious.
Yeah, and it's just weird. It sucks.
It doesn't evolve. Like it's
a terrible
It's
Pokemon.
no good.
It's got bad stats. Who else do we meet on Route 111?
Well, on this
After this break. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Tanner.
It's payday.
Payday's back.
I just wondering, Josh, did you get me anything for Grandparents' Day?
For what? For what day?
Grandparents' Day. Did you get me anything for Grandparents' Day, Josh?
No, and
it's coming up.
I'll give you two reasons. One is I didn't know that was a thing, and second of all, I didn't know you were a grandparent.
Oh.
I feel like Miles is a little young to be having children.
I feel like I've told you maybe like a dozen times. I mean, just even earlier this season, I was the proud grandparent of a baby Gulpin named Polar Seltzer.
Is that the same Gulpin whose parents you couldn't remember and you don't know where it came from?
Doesn't change anything. Families come in all shapes and sizes, Josh.
That's true. Sing it, sister.
Anyone can be your grandparent, and Grandparents' Day is coming up. It's a legit holiday. It's the Sunday after Labor Day.
Do we get that one off from work, too?
Well, I should. This year, actually celebrate grandparents and relatives in your life, or, your junior Pokemon who you've raised from eggdom. Aura frames.
Aura frames.
Aura.
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 Aura frames.
Aura frames are these great little frames.
Hell of a frame.
They're digital high-res displays that you can sync up to an app, and you just put photos onto it, and it displays the photos. It's like incredibly crisp, incredibly beautiful.
It's super easy, and you can put 10,000 or more photos on there.
Oh, also, videos? No problem. No
That's
sweat.
one of the best parts about these things, because I'll say, and I'll just open with a humble brag, I have another digital frame.
Whoa.
And it doesn't have nearly as many
Jeez
options.
Louise, everyone step back. I guess, hey, Aura, you can have your money back. We don't need it, apparently. Look at Josh over here swimming in
I don't
frames.
want money back for the Aura frame. I want money back for my other one, because this one has a lot more options where you can tweak it to how long the videos or the photos are up. And that's great.
Yeah, it's great.
And you can have multiple photos on a screen.
The videos can play sound or not.
Beautiful.
You know what my favorite part of the experience is? The unboxing experience.
What?
You can unwrap your Aura in box, and it comes in its own gift box.
Oh, yeah.
You just take all the extra stuff off, and it's got this like beautiful, like crisp little gift box so that you can get your Aura, load it up with images, send it off to grandma and grandpa or me.
You.
And then it comes in a little tasteful package. It's
If
beautiful.
you want to treat yourself like we did, thanks to Aura Frames, when you get it and you give it to yourself, you get to open it like a gift from yourself to yourself.
So much fun.
But we're not here to celebrate ourselves. We're here to celebrate grandparents.
From now until September 12th, never forget, save on the perfect gift for any occasion by visiting auraframes.com/EXP. That's AURA. frames.com/EXP. Aura is having a sale, and they're offering listeners an exclusive $20 off their purchase of the best-selling matted frame code EXP.
We got that bad boy, and it is chic.
Oh, and guess what, Josh?
What?
Terms and conditions apply.
No way. Even though they will still let you put a gulpin on there if you want to celebrate the your grandchild a gulpin.
Welcome back, Joshua. Welcome back, bug catchers. We are on Route 111.
111.
You peek out of the fiery tunnel and onto Route 111. It's just a short little jog here.
Yeah, it's just a little curved route, and then there's like an old woman in a house who tries to trap you there to incessantly heal your Pokemon from then until the end of time, seemingly. One of those like text loops where it's like, if you don't stop her, she's just gonna keep healing you. She's like, stay a while. No, you look good, but you could look better. Stay a while.
Yeah.
Like that fucking owl in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, just like in Ocarina of Time.
There's something else here
Yes.
who also traps you in a long, long dialogue. And I want to issue a trainer danger for him as well. Arun. Who's like admiring a tree when you go out on this route.
Oh, yeah. Freak.
And just some arborist.
yeah.
He just immediately pulls you into this vortex where he's like, oh, I'm Arun. Put her there. I'm a Unova born and 25 years old. I spent the last 11 years trying to find myself, and I'm just a vagabond in search of dreams.
Beautiful story, Joshua.
I'm wandering around Hoenn trying to find a place where I really belong, and blah blah blah.
It's like The Greatest Showman, you know? This is like P.T. Barnum. A vagabond in search of dreams? Are you kidding me?
Vagabond shoes. Yeah, that's funny. He's coming from Unova with vagabond shoes. Castilia, perhaps? He calls himself Uncle Arun. That's creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
I kind of liked his energy, but then he drags you into his secret tree base.
Yeah, he drags you into a tree through a small hole in it.
And then my opinion on Arun quickly shifted.
He ensnares people to go into his little secret base in a tree without anyone asking for this. And then he just screams at you about secret bases.
Yeah. He gives you secret power so that you can go and make a hidey hole.
Yeah.
And then someone later in the leg gives you I got a Lotad doll decoration.
Yeah, and then we have those sex dolls that we got from that guy at Mauville City. Too.
Oh, the sex doll guy. Yeah.
I'm sure Arun loved that.
So I'm gonna have to put those somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
So I better pick a spot.
I'm not settling in on this one. It's first of all tainted with Arun's whole vibe, and then not really in a good place. I'm not settling. Papa Cultura is not settling down in this secret base.
Is he even technically allowed to own property here?
Well,
Isn't he here just like on a vacation visa?
I mean, that's kind of interesting. Maybe this is the only base that he can use because it was gifted to him. But Arun is from Unova. I mean, what? He's a vagabond. He's a drifter.
Is this even sanctioned?
Does he have a deed to this? Who owns this secret base? Did he just kill somebody to take it?
Are we just like squatters?
I think so.
Living in like little caves and in trees?
I mean, I'm sure Admiral Squirt probably, gets a stipend and maybe they give him property in his retirement, but Papa Cultura definitely doesn't have any right to own this.
Let's see. Admiral Squirt, yes, definitely has naval housing
because you're settling down
but he also has a private house that he's purchased with his own money.
Oh wow.
Which I have a lot of for some reason in this game.
It's that Navy pension.
I always expect to be low on money in Nuzlockes, but I'm doing very well on cash in this game. Well, maybe it's because I'm playing carelessly and churning through Pokemon.
You're not using enough super potions.
All right, Joshua, Route 113. So the first thing you got to do when you get to Route 113 is stop into the glass shop and get your soot sack.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Glassman, I'm here for my soot sack. And he says, here you go, son. You take the soot sack, you run through the grass, it collects the soot, you give it to the guy, and he makes you fun stuff. I think most of it, is any of it practical? Or is it all secret-based decorations?
The blue flute wakes up sleeping Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's pretty useful.
So you can have him make flutes that do cool things or glass furniture.
Oh, yellow flute? That's a good one. Snaps Pokemon out of confusion. That's very useful.
Ooh, that is a good one. And that's only 500 steps, Josh.
We could do that.
Yeah. Got my soot sack. Ripping through Spindas. On to Fallarbor Town, where I run into my old friend, May.
Yeah.
And your old friend.
Yeah.
She's like an apprentice of someone called Professor Cosmo now. Have we met Professor Cosmo?
We meet Professor Cosmo in this leg, but he's later on because he was abducted by Team Magma and presumably Team Aqua.
That's right.
He's been doing research into meteors over at Meteor Falls. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
He found a meteorite that these dastardly teams think can be used to their dastardly ends.
We have literally climbed an entire mountain, and they've finally given us like base camp with Fallarbor Town. Lots of good contesting to be done here.
This is where I achieved beat super rank, rather.
Oh yeah, I'm jealous of you. You also meet Lynette, who designed the Pokebox system in Hoenn.
Yeah, I like Lynette.
She was very nice.
Yeah.
And then you start the big climb up the rest of the mountain. Now we're off of base camp and we have to start summoning Mount Chimney.
Yeah, you thought we were done and we're just getting started.
The landscape up here is rad.
Yeah.
It's all like pockmarked by meteor craters.
They all have hidden items in them.
It looks great.
Yeah, this place has a great terrain. You go from like these sort of like fallow farmlands to a little water here. There's a waterfall, and then you get over to grass.
You can feel it. You can feel the climb.
The meteor zone, yeah.
Meteor Falls, full of disgusting Pokemon. In my game, it was Lunatone. In yours, I assume it was Solrock.
Solrock.
Just awful. Awful to look at.
Yeah. Nothing to write home about in here, except apparently there's a moonstone that I missed, and now I had to go back.
Yeah, I think this becomes more important later on in the game, or I think we can dive deeper later in the game.
There's a lot of good stuff in here, but you need surf and waterfall.
Yeah.
At the moment, we don't have those, so all that we can do is get in a fight with Team Magma and Aqua here.
I fought Admin Shelly.
And I fought Admin Tabitha.
They have stolen Professor Cosmo's meteorite.
That's right.
And they're off to give it to their boss, Archie / whatever your guy was called.
Maxie is my guy with the glasses and the whole look.
And then they're off. They're off to Mount Chimney. We have to stop them. We have to foil them. This is the ultimate showdown. You're like, Tanner, isn't it the 4th gym of the game? Yeah.
They're moving pretty quickly.
So we chase these idiots up this hill even further. There's stuff to do along the way, but I didn't do any of it. I was in hot pursuit. These people are going to go end the world.
Yeah,
you know?
We can't let them get away with this meteorite.
So you climbed all the way up to the top, and you're at Mount Chimney. And it's just teeming with not just Team Aqua Grunts, but Team Magma Grunts as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure the same was true for you as well, Josh.
They are locked in battle.
They are locked in pitch battle. They have no interest in you. It's actually pretty refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I can just make my way up to the bad guy here.
They all have their Puccinas just going at it.
There he is, floating above the lava on like a little hanging platform, preparing to do some nonsense.
The meteorite somehow interacts with this machine that they've erected over the volcano, and then that's supposed to resurrect
But then he gets a call.
ancient beast, they think.
As you're standing there ready to face off against him, he gets a call. Actually, it's after you face off against him.
Yeah, but, it's forgettable. Despite that this is like, top brass at Magma or Aqua.
Oh, yeah. Archie had a Mightyena, a Golbat, and a Sharpedo.
Yeah, and Maxie had that, but Camerupt instead of Sharpedo.
They were all an absolute joke. I had already come off of just defeating like his number 2.
Yeah.
Because you do fight them again up here.
Tabitha and Shelly.
So, I was like, a couple of my Pokemon were a little low on health, but like, I still just like, I had Lombre out in the front, and he just tore through Mightyena and like tore through Golbat, and Golbat poisoned him. And I was like, oh, gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But still had plenty of health. And then Archie threw out Sharpedo, and I was just like, okay, this is gonna be a cakewalk. I'll just do Absorb a couple times.
Sure.
And that'll counteract the poison. And I'll gain health, and it'll be super effective, and he'll be dead in a couple turns.
Yeah, that's not a bad plan.
And then Joshua, it was a cakewalk, and I just like totally creamed Archie.
Great.
And then Lombre, my Lombre Whidbey, he
Oh no.
he did an absorb on or not an absorb, he did
Oh no. What, Tanner?
God, now I can't even remember what move it was. Something physical. Payback maybe?
Oh no. Oh no.
On Sharpedo.
Sharpedo has that rough skin.
And he touched Sharpedo's rough skin, and he passed away.
Oh my god, Tanner. I know how much you loved that Lombre. You were finally learning, how great that line is. Didn't even get to the finisher.
I know, I was devastated. Like it had rain. Like I was getting all set up to do that cool rain dish, Ludicolo.
Yeah, that's the one.
I was being cocky, It was like he was poisoned, and I kept him in.
Don't you have an antidote? They're like $100.
Yeah, but he was poisoned and had like high health, and I was like, he'll be fine. I'll just do some absorbs,
Tanner.
and that'll like counteract the poison.
Been a while since you've been in a Nuzlocke, hasn't it?
Too long, apparently. I prepared a song.
Okay.
Here we go. Alakazam Ponyta, I sure miss that Panama. Not the way that I do miss you. Well, Golbat, Crobat, Arcanine, nothing compared to my guy. Whidbey never loved one like you. Nidoran lost my best friend, I screamed at Ada for a dress. There ain't no one else that I need. Well, Ditto, Eevee, Caterpie, Charmander, and Volibee. Ain't nothing please me more than you. Oh, Lombre is gone. Lombre, Archie defeated you. Oh, Lombre is gone. Lombre, Archie defeated you.
Well done. Definitely the most lyrical innovation so far. And now home, the Edward Sharp. I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah.
It's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the night now.
Yep. And that's where my Lombre went. He went home to heaven.
It's a touching tribute, Tanner. You've done Whidbey the Lombre justice in his passing. Rest in petals.
Oh, I can't believe Archie killed my fucking Lombre. Lombre was my cutie.
And I wonder if it was only that one that was the cutie, or if you're going to try to make a successor, Lotad.
I've already moved on.
Oh, wow.
I have nothing else to say. You vanquish the enemy. Archie gives you the stone, the meteorite, for some reason.
Yeah, it feels like, wouldn't you still want to just like keep that in case it somehow might be useful?
He just gives it back to you. He's like, hey, ponder on this or something like that. And he just like hands it to you. It's like, all right, I guess. And then you sort of like, you mince it up a little bit with the other one. For me, it was Maxie.
Oh, yeah, there's some fighting words from Archie for me.
But then you make your way down the hill. You literally just like dive down the hill on your bike.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then when you get to the bottom, you are in Lava Ridge Town.
Wow, the town with the gym. Finally.
The town with the gym. We finally made it.
Not just for cities anymore, those gyms.
One thing I will say, on your way down Jagged Pass, which is sort of the route that you just sort of keep hopping down cliff sides, I ran into my other obligatory You Make Me Barf Pokemon of the Week, Gloom.
Oh.
Picnicker Diana's Gloom. It still looks awful. At this point, it's just Gloom Watch. It's like, will Gloom's sprite look good in this game or not?
Do you think that will ever happen?
And the verdict for this game is no.
Yeah, no.
Lava Ridge, beautiful city. Got a little Togepi egg, I assume, unless someone like it's gonna be like fucking.
Yeah, this is where I got an egg.
It's gonna be a Gloom egg.
I definitely got an egg here. We still don't know where the Gulpin egg is, and bug catchers, sound off in the comments if you ever gotten a Gulpin from an egg in Alpha Sapphire.
Maybe I did put 2 Pokemon in the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, we do get the daycare at some point during this leg.
Is that possible? Maybe I just threw 2 randos in there and then like checked back at some point and had an egg.
I mean, it's hilarious to me that could be. The brain fog is so real that like you don't even remember if you maybe threw Pokemon into the daycare and then got it and then forgot what it was and then hatched it.
Well, that took forever to hatch too, though, if that's true.
I'm not going to be over that for a while, especially because apparently I'm going to be looking at your Swalot for some amount of time.
Oh, yucky, Joshy. So you get that egg, and then you can go to the hot springs if you want. But the real main attraction here is Lava Ridge Gym, another cool gym. They've made it look nice. It's not quite as like spectacular as Roxanne's. Nothing ever will be, I think.
No. Roxanne's is the one to beat. Started off real strong. This one's a good gym. It's like hot springs.
Yeah, you ride the springs.
It's like a sauna. You go up and down and like get shot up jets to like navigate it and do battles. The nice touch that actually caught me by surprise is that they've got like, ninja boys or whatever that are like snorkeling under the water.
You can see little bubbles.
I wasn't paying attention on the first one. And like he caught me by surprise, man.
This is a very funny gym because it's a fire type gym, but everyone in here is just sort of angry. Like the whole like gist is like pissed. So all the like, they used all the like sprites that are like people shouting or have angry faces on. And then when you actually get to Flannery, she does this like very funny like anime talk where she sort of like shouts and like has an angry face the entire time because everyone here is very fired up, I think is supposed to be the message.
Yeah, and she like just inherited the gym. It's nepotism.
Yeah.
She got it from her grandfather.
Mr. Flannery. Oh, no, please. Flannery is my grandfather.
And I'm going to beat you, I swear. Just because of generational wealth doesn't mean that I don't have some talent. She didn't have much talent.
Didn't have a lot of talent. I agree with you, though. I see in the notes here that you've said, so I beat her.
Yeah, I do have a comment. Yeah.
I have a Marsh Stomp. Like, Marsh Stomp essentially could have one-hitted this entire thing until he got to the Torkoal.
Yeah. A slugfest on that thing.
It cursed itself.
Oh, mine cursed itself so many times.
And then I got it down to very low health, and then Flannery gave it a mega heal or something.
Hyper potion. Yeah, that was the nightmare.
And then after that, it just took forever. It was grueling chipping this thing down.
That's what she did to me too. And the only reason I was able to pull it off is that I had been running Swellow this whole time. So I'm realizing there are some giant gaps, and obviously I can't control the whole narrative here, but giant gaps in my team right now with type coverage.
Not a lot you can do
like,
about it.
I don't have a water Pokemon, which is very rare for me at this point.
Yeah.
I think the only one that I'm eligible for is a Meryl, so I might have to go back and find it. I caught one, but it wasn't any good, and now I think I need to go back to wherever it was and actually catch a good one, because, like, I need some fucking water in here.
Yeah.
And I don't have any ground. I've got Rock Tomb, so that's the only way I'm pulling off rock coverage. But anyway,
This is all great news for me.
I had to just, like, ram it through by just doing Swellow and then double teamed 3 times and then just fucking aerial aced all of them to death. And the Torkoal did the same thing, though, where, like, I was double teaming and then it's like cursing and then it's sunny daying, and I'm like, all right, I could easily end up losing this Swellow if one of these overheats lands.
Oh, yeah.
But the
Yeah,
overheats
hits you with some...
miss.
Oh, I got burned at one point, too, which sucks.
None of them ever hit
Because
me.
I don't have any fucking burn heals. I don't carry burn heals.
I mean, I'm just buying full heals. I appreciate that full heals are already unlocked. Just buy fucking full heals, man.
I hadn't been into a Pokemon in a while. I didn't realize they were unlocked already.
God, Tanner, you haven't been into a Pokemon in a while, and it's a Nuzlocke? I mean, wake up.
I just bought a bunch
Wake up. Wake up, Slap.
I just bought a bunch of super potions at one point.
Yeah. But it was a slugfest. I got through it. I didn't lose anybody, but I also didn't really use anyone because I was like, I think if I throw anyone else in here, they might just die. And I can't use Loudred because
Yeah, it doesn't count
specifically
for gyms.
Loudred is not on the list, and
Get
I
that
need
thing
to
up
get
to an Exploud.
well, level
How far
40
away are you?
for that, and it's level
40.
33
Woof.
right now.
That's a high evolution.
Yeah.
High level evolution. Joshua, let's talk about our teams and then let's battle them. First, it's level check.
Level check. What
Who wants to go first?
does Admiral?
I have a lot of new sweeties that I'd like to introduce you
That's
to.
what I want to hear about.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear about.
You know him, you love him. Scotty B, Marsh Stomp, level 31. How come this thing's not evolved yet? When did that thing go up to Swampert?
Probably 36.
Ugh.
Usually 36.
Lobster Roll, Vigoroth, level 31.
That's a late evolution for slacking, too.
Ursula, Crobat, level 36.
Ooh, I'm scared of that thing.
Welcome to the team, Polar Seltzer, Swalot, level 31.
Gross.
Welcome to the team, Bluey, Altaria, level 36.
I'm jealous. I wanted to run an Altaria again, and then...
I don't practice Altaria.
I know, that's what I always think of. I don't practice Altaria. Well, and I can't because Bobby did not approve it, nor Swablu.
Wow, really?
I accosted him about it. I was like, what's wrong with this? And he had no comment. He simply doesn't like it.
Jamie says that she wants the cloud wings of Altaria to be edible. She said it looks like they should be edible.
That's true.
And that's what pulled her through for me.
That was the selling point, is the cotton candy wings.
Yeah, and that's how she ended up on my team. Welcome to the team, Bluey, Altaria. I'm not going to say it your way. Level 36. And then, Joshua, when I lost my Lombre, I was like in a fit of madness, in a fugue state, wandering around the countryside, and got a alert on my Dex Nav that there was a rare Pokemon around.
Oh.
And I said, oh, tell me more. Maybe it's a Lombre. And I went off into the grass and caught a level 21 Surskit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And it felt like...
Back again with the Surskit thing? You said you were done with the line.
It felt like when God closes a door, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I caught this rare Surskit that has a special move called something.
It's not that special. I don't even remember what it is.
Like Dire Bug or something. I don't remember.
Dire Bug.
Anyway, I caught it, and it's already evolved into a Masquerain. So welcome to the team, Lower Pond. Masquerain, level 30.
Wow.
Lower Pond is the next pond down the creek that my creek eventually runs into.
You like this thing? You finally got it?
Do I like it? Yeah, I kind of like it. It's sort of cool. It's got like a pretty like diverse move set because Surskit was water bug, so it had like a couple of water moves on it from Surskit, including Aqua Jet. So that's kind of nice, and it's got some like weird moves like Mist and Haze. I wrote over one of them. I can't remember which one.
All right.
And then it's still got this cool move that I can't remember the name of now.
Isn't it programmed into your team, probably?
But we'll see. I don't think it has very good stats.
Yeah, its stats are no good. I was just looking at that.
Oh yeah. Let me go look. What's it called? Fell Stinger.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a signature.
Introduced in this generation. Does 50 damage. Oh. If it causes the targeted Pokemon to faint, then the user's attack stat rises by 2 stages. So it's a finisher. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's pretty cool, but she's a little bit of a glass cannon. Although she also has an Intimidate. I think probably because of the big scary eyes.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice too. Yeah, she's weird.
Let's see how long that thing makes it. They don't have a super long longevity so far.
How about Papa Cultura?
Papa Cultura, who is touring Hoenn, coming from his native Italia, to meet and chat with all of the biggest celebrities of the day. And one of them is Steve Buscemi, Grovile.
Mm-hmm.
He has face blindness, so he doesn't really know who anybody is. He just thinks everybody is a celebrity.
Do you think... Can I ask you a sensitive question?
Sure.
You think Steve Buscemi's A-list right now?
Well,
everyone kind of knows who Steve Buscemi is, right?
I think kind of everybody does.
I haven't seen him in anything recently.
Buscemi sounds like it's Italian, so probably really big over there.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I haven't really seen him in a while. You can just roll him out whenever, and that's like a hit, you know?
Yeah, you know his name's not pronounced Buscemi. It's like Buscemi or something like that.
Buscemi.
I can't say Buscemi because I didn't grow up that way.
Right. Have you just given up on correcting people, or have you...
Well, I don't correct people if they say Buscemi because it's not wrong.
Yeah.
So who am I to say that you're wrong?
Because in fact, in Italy, in Sicily, where your family's from...
Buscemi.
Buscemi. So we're all getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember what exactly it was.
We've all been getting it wrong.
Anyway, go ahead. Madonna Swellow.
My sweet, sweet Swellow. Madonna.
What's your guys' category?
Coolness.
Cool.
This Madonna, the Swellow, is cool as hell. It's level 36. It's my ringer through thick and thin.
Feeling cool as hell.
Hope that the Swellow never dies because it's my ringer, and also I would have to sing a Madonna song, presumably, and that's just not really something that is in my wheelhouse in particular.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of me singing a song that would be not in my wheelhouse, Nicki Minaj, Skitty, level 34.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Josh.
I do like Nicki Minaj, but I don't think anybody needs to hear me try to rap in general.
My wife can mostly do most of Nicki Minaj's Starships.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask her to do it into a voice memo and we'll put it in
Good.
the episode.
Let's get that. Get that tape. Stephanie G. Manectric, level 29.
Yeah. Rest in Petals.
The Lady Gaga. This is the successor. And then a couple of newcomers here. Kanye West, the Curlia, level 24.
Okay.
Ralts evoked
Controversial.
Kanye West to Bobby. So
Yeah.
this line will be Kanye West up until Gardevoir is approved. Haven't really gotten to run it. Never got to run it, I guess I should say, once it existed with Fairy. So I'm interested in the Psychic Fairy combo.
Oh, dang. That makes
Two
me...
birds with one stone.
Makes me really regret raising a dragon-type Pokemon this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's only level 24, so I don't really think you need to worry about it. But you really don't need to worry about Channing Tatum, the Numel.
Oh, love him. Just saw him in The Lost City.
Good film, right? I've been
so much fun
singing its praises. It's just a delight. You don't get like a lighthearted, interesting backdrop, good actors, like rom-com ever anymore, you know?
Yeah. No. And like two of America's like sweethearts, Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. Are you kidding me?
Can't do any wrong.
Daniel Radcliffe plays the like funny, like weirdo villain. Beautiful film. Go watch it. It's funny.
Yeah, go see Lost City. And you can see Channing Tatum here as Nummel. That's level 19.
And you can see him.
You'll see him in battle.
What?
Because I can't use Loudred,
Yes.
who is level 33,
Right. So you had to take out.
in gym battles, or
Yes.
I believe we also said, or in battles amongst ourselves. So I'm a little handicapped because of that.
Yeah.
Guess we'll smash them together.
Bug catchers, we're going to go smash them together. We'll be back in just a moment to tell you who won the match.
Round 1.
See you in a second.
Bye.
Joshua, I creamed you.
Yeah, not really even interesting.
A couple of fun, interesting things.
5-0.
Yeah, 5-0. You did take out my Scotty B, my Marshtomp.
Yeah, and Swalot's almost dead, 7%. You refused to let it die.
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't
swapped
let
it out
Swalot-
when it was at 7.
I wouldn't let Swalot die.
Yeah, lots of yawning. 3 of your Pokemon have yawn, so you were made of
2 of my
sleeping
Pokemon
everyone.
have yawn, and I did it to you 3 times in the match.
So lots of Mayor sleeping.
Skitty didn't even have a chance. Skitty came out, fell asleep, and then got hammered into the ground.
Well, it made Slakoth, Vigoroth fall in love with it first,
Yeah.
but that wasn't enough to save it.
Yeah.
Should have been evolved by now. That would have helped if I had been a little bit more diligent in my exploration of Meteor Falls.
And then Swalot has Toxic too, so I was also toxicking you everywhere.
Yeah, Toxic got me. That took out Grovyle.
Swalot and Altaria are best friends because Swalot will toxic someone and then Altaria will come in and drop Cotton Guard and then just sit there and absorb the damage while
I mean, I just couldn't do anything to it.
the poison consumes them.
Its defense was so high. You had Confuse Ray. I had no status, basically. My Manectric paralyzed your Crobat, but only by nature of you using Poison
static.
Fang on it, and then I had Static. I was not prepared. I mean, 2 of my Pokemon were severely underleveled, but even then,
Yeah. And I trained 3. I trained 3
you had
Pokemon
better-
this week.
you had better type matchups than me.
Yeah, I am better at the game than you. You're right. Joshua,
Just this time.
thank you for admitting it finally at last.
This one time.
Thank you for joining me, and Bug Catchers, thank you for joining us. This has been Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast. As always, I have been Tanorkle, aka Tanner Greenring, and I'm joined as always by my co-host Slugmosh, Josh Failstead.
That's right.
Please do rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, and do follow the show everywhere that you follow podcasts, and do follow us at EXP Share Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We do level check graphics there are back for this season. Got a
Oh yeah, brand spanking new.
dreamy
Beautiful.
quality to them.
Tanner did a great job. You got the 3D sprites on there. First time ever. You heard it here first.
They look like shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just never going to look as good as they did back when it was all pixelated,
Yeah.
for the level checks. But I think you did a good job.
And then we'll also, we have audiograms too. So please do throw us a follow.
Yeah. And you can also follow the subreddit, reddit.com/r/bugcatchers, where we have level checks for the community.
Mhm.
You can play along with everyone else there. You can share some saucy memes. A lot of memes in there.
Love memes. Used to be a meme slinger. Can you believe that? Would it surprise you to know that I used to sling memes?
Big time meme slinger.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen them.
No one better in the biz.
And you can also check out our merch, sling some merch
Mhm.
at expsharemerch.com or expsharepod.com, which is where you can also just read some nice reviews, leave your own nice review, read about us, just have some fun.
Yeah, just have some fun.
Just have some fun. Just cut loose,
Joshua, bug catchers, goodbye.
See you later.
Let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. Talk about Pokemon. Should that be the new intro?
Yeah. Maybe on bonus episodes or something.